just like a setting sun. You're listening to the Aliens. Where no one else can go, where the moment high, where no one else can find. No one else can go, it's like a setting sun, just like a setting sun. Just like the setting sun, just like the setting sun. The name of the album is Astronomy for Dogs. It was a brilliant title, isn't it, for an album? I don't know. Feeling crowded. Like a setting sun, like a setting sun, like a setting sun, like a setting sun. Time for a cookie? Hot Squad? To me! Just like a setting sun, just like a setting sun. Woo! Lively, look! Lively ladies, oh look, that's lovely! Everybody's climbing in me, I don't know. Just like a setting sun, just like a setting sun, just like a setting sun, like a setting sun, just like a setting sun. Yeah, we are the aliens. We are the aliens. We are the aliens. We are the aliens. Okay. I wonder what our fortune's going to be. Oh man alive, when it eject a seat out like that. Woo! So exciting. Explosive fortune cookie. Which, sadly, broke its back on landing. Look at this poor thing. Oh no, you cannot play fortune cookie snap wish bone wish game. You have broken my fortune cookie. I apologise for the terrible accent. I do apologise. But, shall we see what our fortune is? Snooze tube wanderer. Okay, can I read it whilst unfurling it from the cookie? I believe I can. Are you ready? Oh, this weekend will bring you a surprise. This weekend will bring you a surprise. Will it auto focus? No, never. There's a big blurry weekend in the middle on the top row there. This weekend, awesome sauces. You know, that is the thing with HP. Awesome sauces. I love this tune. Hottest day of the year today. My goodness, was it the hottest day of the year? What a day, UK. What a day. Legendary. So yeah, amaze balls and cheese. This is astronomy for dogs. Listening to the aliens. Have you had a good day? Or are you just starting, or whatever you do, make it great, Britain? Hey, what the t-shirt says. Make it great, Britain. But you can actually turn it into why you would want to eat Britain, I'm not sure. End up with teeth like this. Oh. Great Britain. That's what you get for trying to eat Britain. I'll quit. Forgive me. I do apologise. It's more for attention than anything else. I promise you. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. Hottest day of the year. Perfect. Wore me sunglasses and shorts. Sweet as. You can't ask for more than that, can you, on a Woden's Day? Wednesday, named after Woden, the one-eyed all-father of the Viking pantheon of creation mythology. Wednesday is named after Woden in Old Norse and Old English, which is essentially Old Norse. What the Old English used to speak was a kind of, you could say, pidgin Viking. You know, mashed up with the muddy mumbles of the locals, and here arrive on our shores these awesome warriors. And us local muddy mumbles, all the mumblers and the mud eaters, see these Vikings and go, yes please mate, how'd you make that? Where'd you buy that from? Who's traded you that? I trade my pile of rocks for any of what you're wearing, pal. Mumble, mouthful of mud and thatch. We were about as good as thatch and wattle and daub at that point, but the Anglo-Saxons really had their heads on straight, built lots and lots of round houses, which are the perfect living space. End of. And then on these shores came rat-a-tat-tatting the Viking invaders. But as it turns out, you couldn't hope to be invaded by a nicer bunch. If you've ever been to Scandinavia or even heard tell of Scandinavia, when do people ever say a bad word about Scandinavia?
Today, postcode lottery winners wait to find out how much they've won.
Shove off. I said, when does anyone ever have a bad word to say about Scandinavia? Aside from all this silly bother about the ownership of Greenland, I think Denmark have come in for a real pasting and a drubbing over that, and it's theirs, so hands off. We're not divvying up planet Earth in the 21st century, are we? It's not a mad land grab and then frack the SH1T out of the land you grab, drain it of every ounce of gold, diamond, oil, any kind of mineral, fossil fuel or otherwise, and leave it as a husk. Is that what we're hoping to do? Or are we looking in the 21st century to expand our empires still yet further? Because the British gave up empire building long ago. Look at what the Roman Empire became. A cautionary tale is what the Roman Empire became. A cautionary tale is what the British Empire became. And so we move on to the Commonwealth. Hey, Commonwealth. Hey, Commonwealth. A wave and a smile. It's all the same language, isn't it? Britannia rules the waves. You know? Hey, Commonwealth. It's just brilliant, isn't it? It's not an empire. We learn from our mistakes, you see, the British, because we very nearly repeated the mistakes of the Roman Empire. Overexpansion, for a start, is what most empires are guilty of. Like, who needs this last little island? Who needs this last little peninsula? Who needs this last little landmass? And yet, people like Napoleon and Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan and Adolf Hitler all saw the world as their own personal property. And so the ultimate aim of the ultimate empire, of course, is to be global, which is essentially what the Commonwealth is. So na. We already have a global empire, and it is known affectionately around the world as the Great British Commonwealth. And aren't we ever so proud? And rightly so. Just pop on the world service on the wireless. Tune in the world service. Yeah. This little endeavour has been brought to you by the good folk, aka me, at Britannia Broadcasting. With equal rights for women across the board of every board. That is the remit of Britannia Broadcasting. Sadly, I do not possess the requisite physiology to make that sound honest enough. But it is 51% of the great British population is female, and 51% of any shareholder is the lion's share and majority shareholder, which gives 51% of the female population of the Great British Empire, if you will, the majority share, lion's share, final say over what happens within each and every company there is a female CEO, of which there should be at least 51% by the year 2026. People, get with the program. Solidarity, sisters. And rule Britannia.